How many people we can get on from yours?
That's it.
It's been a long time since we've been on a road
Dude,
trip
this
together,
is crazy.
man.
Can't believe I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Look, y'all, so I'm not big outdoorsman anymore. So I used to be when I lived up in Michigan. I don't know what happened when I moved down here, but this dude always wants me to go either mudding or four-wheeling or getting
surfing.
Something. And one thing I do like that he does is fishing. So I said, I'll come fishing with you.
I'll do it.
I don't really even know where we're going. He just keeps saying, trust me. Trust me. And I've been up really early, y'all. We're not even going to end up going fishing probably till the evening. Hey, turn that volume off.
Well, that's Mark. Mark, you're on the phone, by the way.
just mute your volume, that's all. Just mute your volume. Who else we got on? We only got 14 people, dude. We're not very popular. What's up, Joe Maggio? Either we're not very popular, bro,
or nobody's up and
nobody's up.
In the morning.
And everybody really is like me, and nobody wants to admit it. Right? Us entrepreneurs that work in network marketing know that most of it happens in the evening. Elizabeth Marie, what's up?
I'm gonna hang the
Jim
phone
Wolford, what's up?
Something. All right. Bye.
How many of you recognize? Some of you don't know. Some of you have kind of recently come into our lives over the last year, maybe 2 years. Don't know who this crazy fella is sitting next to me. But one of my best friends, literally, of I don't know how long, a long time.
2001.
2001.
2000.
16 years, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's a long time. I know. Engelman, if you ever came to New Orleans, we'd go have a beer with Chris and do some crawdads, as you call them.
Crawdads.
Who else is on here?
Suck the hoods.
16 people is all we got. People are waiting for us to tell them something fancy or some big announcement.
So, one, we're up. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, anticipating this trip, and we have been just laughing our asses off. I don't know if that's nice to say on Facebook Live, but whatever. We've been laughing. We have been cracking up, dying laughing, just totally jacked up.
So look, let me ask you a question. Y'all have really good friends. When was the last time you just put everything aside, put all the stress of everything aside, and say, let's just go out of town for 2 days and go fishing?
Right.
I mean, my wife's like, you're going to do what? So, how many of you, hey, drop a 1 if you like to fish. Let's see how many ones we can get. Raboot Gary, look who's in the car with me, bro.
Who's that?
Raboot Gary's
what
on.
Up, dude? Going fishing.
So Raboot, Chris calls me, he goes, come on, dude, you never go fishing, just come fishing with me. I probably was like the 4th guy on the list because I don't usually say yes, and all the other guys probably couldn't go.
So we, the other day, actually, Rabu, you'll like this. I was talking to Lawrence Garrett, and he was telling me about like the average life expectancy of like a man, and he was talking about how, you know, he realized that he's lived this portion of his life so far, and there's only so much life that we have. If you look at the life expectancy of 78.8 or whatever it is, and how he just realized that he has to live every day to the fullest. And I was sitting down with the guy the other morning, and we were having a cup of coffee, and we were talking about kind of the same thing. And the dude said, you know what, I was sitting down with a retired guy, and he pulled out a tape measure.
Hearts, look at the
And
hearts.
he pulled the tape measure out, and he said the same thing that my buddy Lawrence and I were talking about not too long ago. And he said, the average person lives this long, and he goes, most people live to right here, and he pointed on the tape measure. Most people live to age 65, or retire at 65, and then they only have this little part of their life
to live
left. So they worked all these years, but they never really lived, right? So he talked about how, this guy was telling me the story.
Who are you telling this to, Rabu, or everybody?
I don't know, everybody.
Okay, cool.
So he told me about, like, this guy retired and sold part of his business that I'm talking to, having coffee with, And he was telling me this because he said, so I decided, you know what, I'm 50 something years old. I'm not going to go another 10. I'm going to retire now. He sold his business. The guy's been traveling around and mountain biking and surfing and doing all kinds of stuff. And we started talking about free enterprise. And he's like, you know, I want to get back in the game of free enterprise. I just don't know what I want to do. So the long and the short of it is it made me realize that, you know what, I'm 43 years old. And we only have so much time. So I need to make sure that I'm living every day that I have left and not waste any of it. Because he said, this is one of the things that he said that really impacted me. He said, you know, the number one thing that people do, it's not, they don't like talk about all the things that they did. Most people in the end days start talking about all the things they didn't do. They start talking about the things that they should have done that they didn't because they were too busy. And that's why we're going fishing. So
right, so we're not going to say we're too busy anymore?
No, we're just doing it. We're just doing it.
You ever caught any big fish up here?
Yes.
Yeah?
I caught a real big one.
You did?
Yeah.
So, okay, so a lot of people like to go fishing. So, a couple people like to go deep sea fishing.
We're going deep sea right now, by the way.
I'm just excited to hang out with my buddy I ain't hung out with in a long time, man.
Yep.
Really long time.
It's been...
The only reason I get to hang out with him now is because he got rid of the boat, and I'm not much of a boating man, and that's all he ever did was go on the boat.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude. Thanks a lot. Throw that in my world.
Yeah, well, you got a goal. What's up, Nolan? Tracy Brown? So everybody likes to go fishing. What else, Chris? Man, it's a beautiful day here. Somebody wanted to know where we're going fishing, but he won't even tell me, y'all.
Not telling.
I'm not quite sure if we're even going to stay in Louisiana or not. Heading towards Mississippi right now, so not sure exactly where we're going, Sway Dog.
We both have friends in Florida, you know. Maybe that's where we're
So any of you network marketers, Learn the Game is a free training site that I started about 4 weeks ago. Just personal development, cool stuff. You know, what to do in your business, how to get started, things to focus on, things I've learned over 15 years of being in the industry, and it's my give back. So any of you that are in network marketing, maybe not in my team, or maybe you are in my team, maybe you're in Sway Dog's team.
Sway Dog.
Maybe Sway Dog, I'll give you a little place on the platform today. We'll talk about something cool. But David Wilbanks, what's up, buddy? Hey, Gigi.
Dude, a lot of people call me Sway Dog, and I realized if you take my name and you put WG behind it, it does spell Sway Dog.
Right, I know it is.
I didn't realize that.
You didn't?
No.
Sway WG.
WG, Sway Dog.
What else you want to tell these people before we hop offline?
So
nothing too deep. Don't
I know.
go on
I know. I just went off on a tangent. The whole goal. I mean,
they already knew that part. You don't have to go there. Yeah. So listen, man. It's the weekend. I guess the moral of this story is have fun, live in the moment. You know, it's the present because that's what it is, right? It's a gift. The moment is a gift, and live in the moment. I think a lot of us, I know me, we get caught up in the every day, and you know, as entrepreneurs, it's you know, a lot of times it's good to give back to yourself, celebrate some of the victories, do some fun stuff. You owe it to yourself to do the same thing.
Hey, so I do want to share something because I was realizing we were talking. Actually, the reason why the live started is because we were laughing so hard because we're like both, even though we've been doing different things, we're so in the zone of exactly what the next year is going to look like and what we're going to create. And it is absolutely mind-blowing. Just like actually not only seeing your goals or setting goals, but like 2 months ago, I started posting the boat that I'm going to get come spring. And now it's like I'm in full agreement with my subconscious.
Dude, okay, so let me interrupt the story.
No, listen.
Oh, okay.
No, listen, because
I got a perfect in with this.
Okay, we're laughing our butts off because we believe that our goals are happening. And
well, and that all these people watching and everybody in our teams are going to win.
That's it.
But watch, but wait. So listen, so some of you were on the first couple episodes of Learn the Game. So about, I would say 6 to 8 weeks ago, maybe 3 months ago, I started really focusing on the law of attraction again. What you think about, you bring about, and really focusing on it. You know, a lot of us have heard things over and over. You know philosophies, you know the way you should think, you know the way your attitude should be, you know all those things. no matter what you're involved in, to be successful. And lately I've been doing that. And so the first episode I did on Learn the Game was on the law of attraction, okay?
Right.
And all kinds of cool stuff, literally over just 90 days, has happened in both mine and Beth's life from using the law of attraction. She even said to me, guys, this is so funny. So she said to me, so we're both kind of on this health journey again, all right? We want to both lose some weight or whatever. So we're in this law of attraction zone of what we're attracting into our life. Not only prosperity, but the right people.
Abundance.
And she goes, I wonder if this would work on weight loss. And so she would just see me in the kitchen or whatever, and she'd go, the weight is just falling off of me, right? What you speak, right?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if you saw